Yeah, yeah, yeah. We are live. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Um, Basically, I don't really know what I'm doing here today, but I did just want to come on here. I was gonna cook dinner with you guys. That way I had something to do. But I'm gonna be honest, that kind of went out the window. I just was down there and I was like, I don't feel like cooking anything. And I've been having the urge the past couple days to go live and just talk to people. I am house sitting. This always happens when I'm house sitting because I've like not talking to anybody for days on end at night. So I think that I get lonely where I want to speak to people. Should I be going live at the moment? That's up for debate. That is up for debate. I don't know that I should be, but I'm here. I do have stuff that I should be filming and or editing, but I just wanted to like chat a little bit, maybe talk to somebody, anybody. But that's basically what we are doing. I'm just gonna sit and hang out for a little bit. I don't know how long I'll be here, but I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Woo woo, woo woo. We got Heidi in the chat. That's what we like to see. We love to see that. Hello. Hello. So, because I have zero plans, feel free to chat about whatever you want with me, and I will latch on to a topic. You know what I'm saying? Because I've got nothing. I'm just here for a good time. But yes, so I decided not to cook dinner with you guys. I'm just too lazy to do it. I was down there and everything, and I was like, it's not feeling like how I want it to feel. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, so now we're just hanging out and we're having a quick little chat while I procrastinate on watching some stuff that I should be watching, but we live another day. So, how is everybody? How's everybody doing? How's everybody feeling? You know what I'm saying? Ooh. I have, and you know what else I've watched? I have seen the first two episodes of season 4. I know you guys are getting the inside scoop already out of me. I've already seen episodes 1 and 2 of season 4. Episode 1 should be going up on Patreon today, actually, later tonight when I actually edit it. But yes, so I do know whose season it is. Yes, it is Sana's season. I know you meant Sana. And I know this. I know this. It is Sana's season, y'all. I was usually just wait. Just wait until you see my reaction to that trailer. Oh, yes, I feel this actually. Listen, episode 4 should be going up to YouTube within the next couple days. And we did watch episode 5. So, I need to edit that for Patreon. But it's coming. It's coming. And I think you are going to like episode 4. She's quite wild in episode 4. I don't know what her problem is, but she says some crazy stuff in episode 4. She really does. She lets loose. Yes, yes, the trailer was iconic. So I got sent a link because it was in reverse, you know, how they like reversed everything. So the link that I watched it on and reacted to showed it reversed like how it originally is, and then showed it, you know, technically reversed, but the right way. So that was wild. That was a wild experience. But I really enjoyed season 3. Um, it was very different. It felt very different from the other 2 seasons. I mentioned this a little bit in my wrap up for episode 10, but it felt different. Like I feel like season 1 and 2 were more so like relationship focused. Obviously they were focused on uh the main character, whoever we were following, and and everything like that. But I felt like season 3 was a lot more focused on Isaac going through it and discovering himself. And then we obviously had the whole relationship with Evan. But I do feel like it was mostly an Isaac journey and not necessarily around the relationship as much as like season 1 and 2 were. You know what I'm saying? I'm very excited about season 4 though, because I love Sana. I've been holding out for a Sana season. So we know this. We know I have been. I have been waiting, 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 waiting. Oh my goodness. It does. Yeah, it is the boy squad too. It was a whole different vibe. Boy squad plus Sana. Are we talking about daisies? Is that what we're talking about? Because I haven't heard anything other than like the snippets that like are popping up all over everything. Bradley's giving me a heart attack because I saw Bradley always gives me a heart attack. Okay, let's be so honest. But I watched he did an interview with Zach Sang. Be still my heart, first of all. But second of all, at the end, they're sitting there talking about how, oh, the album's done, this, that, and the other thing. And then he goes, oh, yeah, the album will be out next year. I was gobsmacked about that. Are you kidding? Next year? Come again? It's done. You're sitting on it. It's done. I'm sorry. Get out. So no, I haven't heard Daisies. I haven't even heard Picasso because what I was doing was I heard Cry at the Moon. Obviously, I reacted to that. But I know Picasso is out and Daisies is out now. And I haven't heard either of them because I was like hoping that I could wait and do like the album. But now that the album is coming out next year, maybe I need to do a Picasso and Daisies like double feature. I don't know. But that's currently what we're going through. That's what's happening over here. I can't believe next year. Bradley, get it together. That's what I'm saying. He was so confident about it too. He was like, they're like, oh, this year. And he was like, get the fuck out of here. What are you doing, you fool? God, why are you promoting this shit if it's not coming out till next year? Sit down, please. Sit down, please. Yeah, I think I should. I think I will. Now that I have this confirmation, there's no point in me waiting to listen to them both until next year when I have them both right in front of me right now. And I could be bopping to them, you know? So I think a reaction will probably be coming because I can. Because I can. It is. It's such a long time, Heidi. I was like, this man has the audacity to string us along with 3 songs and then be like, next year you'll get an album. Get out of here. Get out. You know what? Do you want to hear something so crazy? Do you want to hear something so crazy? I've only heard one song by Chapel Roan, and that's Pink Pony Club. That's the only song I've heard. And Sabrina Carpenter, I haven't even heard anything other than the chorus of Espresso and the Please, Please, Please song. I haven't heard any of it. Any of it. I've just heard whatever the little catchy chorus thing is that's on TikTok for both of those. So that's also a possibility. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Maybe I need reactions to those, whatever's happening there. Thank you, Heidi. Thank you so much. You are so kind to me all of the time, and I appreciate that more than you will ever know. More than you will ever know. I have so much to do. What am I doing here? Let's be so real. I just wanted to chat to people, but like realistically, I should be watching Ted Lasso. I should be watching Scam. I should be watching Has Been Hotel. I should be watching The Bear season 3. That I'm pretending that's not out yet. Like the fact that that's out yet, because all I want to do is drop everything I'm doing and watch The Bear. But I'm like, what am I doing? I can't do that because then this is what happened with Daisy Jones and the Six, which I just finished watching. I started that like a year ago. When that came out, that dropped and I reacted to episode 1 that day. So that's what happens. It's like I get distracted by a shiny new thing and then I never want to go back, even though I had a good time back there. So I need to not. I need to leave The Bear alone for now. And I need to finish Bridgerton. I have 2 episodes left of Bridgerton that I need to watch. I was trying to wait to edit the second half of the season until I watched it all. Yes, Found Heaven. I can't believe I haven't heard this yet. I'm just pretending nothing exists. And you know, the whole Found Heaven thing, like, I believe he's in my area on October 1st. But I already have ticket like I bought tickets to something for my mom that's also October 1st. So I'm just pretending that none of that's happening so that I don't like cry myself to sleep every single night. But that's what I'm going through. Thank you. Thank you, Heidi. I know. It's been eating at me. I've been wanting to. So I was like, I'm just gonna do it because it's gonna be in the back of my mind if I don't go live forever. But if I just do it, I won't be thinking about it. I'll feel cool, calm and collected. Everything will be good. And then I can move on and watch things in peace. But I have so much to watch. Also, Interview with the Vampire season 2. I watched episode 1, but I haven't watched anything else because that was like a releasing every week, but I didn't have time for it every single week like that. It's all eating at me. Then don't even get me started on movies. Don't even get me started. Or albums. You know what else I have just sitting? And this is probably driving you all nuts. I have sitting, filmed, reacted to. I have it sitting, the second half of the Torture Poets Department. I had that reaction all done and filmed. I just haven't edited it and uploaded it. What is wrong with me? Why? It's sitting there. It's sitting there. It's done. It's ready. Oh, this couldn't be more true. This is so bad. I'm like, I have so much to do, so much to watch, and I want to watch it all. And then I'll get optimistic. And I don't know who I think I am because I'll be like, oh my God, I can finish the last 2 episodes of Bridgerton. I can bang out the entire Has Been Hotel because they're only 25 minutes long. I can like blast through, there's only 10 episodes of Scam. I could do that. Like, I could do that on like one night. But what am I talking about? Like the last 2 episodes of uh Bridgerton are like over an hour long. They aren't something quick. So I'm like, oh, I only have 2 left, but that's like hours worth of watching that I have to set aside. So I have to do that. But then I also have Scam and Ted Lasso going right now. So it's like, calm down, girl. Calm down. I have way too much on my plate. You know what I'm saying? But who did that to me? Me. I did that. So here's a funny thing about me. I'm scared of life. I would consider it, but I think that that would actually like put me in an early grave. I don't know that I could handle it. That's the thing. Like, I was scared to watch The Last of Us for the longest time because I'm scared of zombies and things like that. I ended up liking The Last of Us. It wasn't as scary as that, like I made it out to be in my head. But The Haunting of Hill House, that's like terrifying, isn't it? That's like really scary for somebody who's not very into scary stuff. I don't know. You tell me. Because I might pee my pants. I might actually, like, live on air have a heart attack. I don't know. It's a possibility. I'm never going to say no to anything. But I think I would actually have a panic attack. But I'm not necessarily mad about that idea either. Yeah, you're so right. That was a horrible horrible feeling. That was a horrible feeling. Oh my god. Oh my god. You know what I'm saying? You know what? Don't tempt me with a good time. That sounds maybe like I'll like it. I don't know. Maybe that'll have to go on a poll. Let me put that, on my list. It'll have to be on a poll, I guess. And I know this is what happened with The Last of Us. I knew that The Last of Us was going to win the poll when I put it on, so I didn't put it on the poll for, like, a long time because I was like, "I don't think I can handle it," but I was fine. So maybe I'll be fine. And the worst thing that can happen is that I'm like, "I'm so sorry, I can't handle this," right? I mean, I don't think you guys would hate me if I couldn't handle it. Okay, it's on my list. You got it on the list, Tom. You got it on the list. It's there. Now I actually need to put it on a poll, though. Um, I'm not a gamer. I'm not really big into games. You know what I'm saying? What does this stand for? Am I stupid? Oh, maybe I am a little bit. That's fine. That's fine. I will say, when it comes to watching things, okay, watching or listening, nothing is really off the table unless it's something that I've already listened to or watched. So I'll be like scared of something, but I'm not going to necessarily say no if you really want it from me. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I thought that that's what it was. I thought that it was Five Nights at Freddy's. I thought that that's what it was because I think I've heard that before. My sister is very big into games, her and her boyfriend. So that sounds familiar to me. And I think you're lying by I think you're lying to me by saying it's a very chill game. I think it's a terrifying game. Maybe. Maybe. But yes. So unless I've seen something or listened to something, then no, I'm not going to do a reaction to it. But pretty much everything else, even if I say no right now, I don't think I'll say no right now. But even if I did, is it really off the table? No. No, not really. If people really want to see it, I'll put myself through it. That's just the vibes. I'm here for a good time. How's everybody's nights going? What are we doing? We just hanging out, chilling at home. It's Sunday, right? Yeah, it's Sunday. We got work tomorrow. That stinks. I'm gonna quiz you guys, poll you guys maybe. What are your favorite movies? Can be classics, can be anything. Because embarrassingly enough, I put up an episode of Ted Lasso. I don't remember which episode it was now, but it was the one with all the rom-com references that I didn't get any of. I didn't pick up on one reference. I did pick up on one reference, but it was from a movie I didn't even see. So like that was kind of embarrassing as well. Forrest Gump, okay, you had oh, teaching people to ride or drive, not ride, drive. That is brutal actually. What are you reading? What are you reading? Because that's some information that I always want. But you know what I'm saying? Forrest Gump. I haven't seen that. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, I haven't seen anything. I haven't seen When Harry Met Sally. I haven't seen that. I haven't seen Hot Fuzz. Steel Magnolias, haven't seen that. Ooh, I haven't seen that. Like, I haven't seen any of this. None. And now I can come back here and I can look at these. But I haven't seen any of them. Anything you guys just listed, none. When Harry Met Sally is on my list, though. I've heard great things. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I've heard some great things about Forrest Gump. And I know some like famous quotes from that, I think. But I do need to. I do need to. Ooh, 1,000 happy endings. That's very cool. That's very cool. I don't think I've heard of that, but maybe I'll have to look that up. Oh, we all know this girl loves to cry. I love to cry. That's my favorite. If it can make me cry, it's a win. So that sounds awesome. What is it about? What is it about? Because I feel like I've heard of this before, potentially. Potentially. Here's the thing. I had done a poll a very long time ago now. A very long time ago, as well, I think I did like a post asking for recommendations of K-dramas, and I did a poll, and Crash Landing on You, is that what it's called? That won the poll. The big problem is that each one of those episodes is like the length of a movie. And I don't know what my issue is with movies. I think it's just because like the editing down for YouTube and stuff like that takes like double, sometimes triple the length of like an episode. So it feels very daunting to me. I just need to get over it, really, is what needs to happen. But that's why I didn't end up watching it yet. I'm not saying that I won't, but that's why I didn't get around to it yet. Because I had so much going on that I was like, okay, with how long these are, I don't have the time to do it like and keep up an actual good pace, right? To like put them out how often as they like should. I don't know. I'm looking for a word there and it's not coming to my brain. But I think you're catching my drift. But yes. So there's that. I just like they're all over an hour and I think it's like a good amount of episodes. So it just ends up being a lot. Like 45 minutes is a sweet spot. That's a sweet spot for me. Like Bridgerton, the last episode of this season of Bridgerton, I haven't watched it yet, but it's like 70 minutes and I'm like, "Oh my god, that's painful to me." That is so painful. Yes, exactly. It's a commitment indeed. It is a commitment. And it's not even like I can watch it. It's not about the watching of it. Because I'll sit down and watch a movie and stuff like that, but it's the editing it that makes me not wanna do it. But yeah. Oh, I've heard great things about Parasite. I've I think that's been on a poll before, but I don't think that it won or, like, got many votes or anything, but that's one that I've really wanted to watch as well. Is that A24? I don't know why I feel like it is, but I actually think I maybe made it up that I think that that's A24. But yes, that's pretty cool. I also want to see Moonlight. I've heard a lot of good things about Moonlight, so that's something that I would love to watch as well. But there are some of like the big classics and stuff that I haven't seen. I feel like. I don't know. I feel like I haven't seen somebody said there was a reference in Ted Lasso to Love Actually. Haven't seen that, so I missed that. I missed that reference. Haven't seen Brokeback Mountain, no. No. This is what I'm saying. I need to be cultured. Haven't seen any of that. Yes, I reacted to that. I liked that. That was a ride. That was a ride, but that was a good time. Okay, so Parasite is not A24? Is that what we're settling on? Yeah, I made that up, I'm sure. I've heard great things. I just need to do it. I need to watch it. But I have heard great things. But I haven't seen that. That's embarrassing. Not really. I'm fine. I'm fine with it. But it needs to change. I need to change that. Wow, this has been fun. This is what I needed. You guys are giving me everything that I needed. The little conversation. This is just what I needed today. It was so warm today. It's been so hot lately. Out of control, really. But we keep pushing on. No, I have not. I don't even know what this means to me. Is Hitchcock a person or a movie? You know what I'm saying? Because I think I've heard Hitchcock. Hitchcock is a human being, right? Oh, you need to get on that stat. Yes. Okay. Alfred Hitchcock. Yes. I was like, that's a man. I know who that is. Um, Heartstopper 2. Come on. Heartstopper 3 is coming out in October. Yes. And guess what? I have my reactions to Heartstopper season 2 on YouTube. Okay, so you know what that means? You can go watch it and then you can come back and watch my reactions. That would be so fun. That would be so fun. I'm selling it. I'm selling it. Rebecca is here. Okay. I was in Norway last month for work. Ooh. That's cool. That's some cool shit. That's cool, Tom. I'm jealous. That's cool. Rebecca. Welcome, Rebecca. Welcome. Oh my goodness. I'm still stuck back here. I'm stuck back here. That's crazy. That is crazy. So jealous. I raise a question. What is a kebab? What's in there? What is it? What's it mean? Because I have what I believe to be an understanding of what a kebab is, but I don't know that what I'm thinking is what it actually is. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. But I feel like in Scam, I feel like kebab. Oh my goodness. I feel like in Scam it looked different. That's because like this is my understanding as well, folks. That is a stick with things on it. This makes sense, yes. But I am I could have sworn that in Scam when they went to the kebab shop, I feel like they didn't look like what I thought a kebab was. Okay, yes, that's why. That's why I was confused because I was like they were on bread, I think. Like it didn't look like a stick with meat. That's why I was confused. Yes. Yeah, that would be sick. Have you met anyone you still want to meet, Lisa? Have you met others? Because that would be crazy. That would be crazy. Rebecca, get on that. You're missing out. You're missing out. Get on the scam train. I love it. I love it. I don't know, somebody in my comments, this is cool. That's very cool. I mean, any of them would be incredible. But somebody in a comment on one of my episodes on YouTube, I think it was YouTube, said that they one time saw the actor who plays Evan in like a pizza place, but they were too scared or nervous to go up to them and take a picture with them. That's I would be too, I think. But that's very cool. That's very cool. It's a blast. Let me tell you, buckle up. Yeah, it's basically like, I don't know, it feels kind of I'm gonna do a really bad job. Everybody here is gonna be really mad, so you guys can help me with some better phrasing of what I'm going to be saying here. But it's like a group of high school age people. Each season follows like a different one of them. So you see things through their point of view. And like the characters will change a little bit based on how the person whose season it is sees them, which is kind of cool. But yeah, each one is like their own little story. A lot of people have only seen season 3. So I guess you don't need to see them all. I liked watching it from the beginning because they are all like in all of the seasons. So it does make you have a better understanding about certain relationships and stuff between them, but it's very, very cute. I like it a lot. Some hard-hitting conversations, but done extremely well. Very short episodes for the most part. Very, very short episodes, typically. Yeah. That's, I mean, there's still time. There is still time. Still time. Is this American Horror Story? Is that what that means? I am so bad with abbreviations. So bad. But I think that's what that means. And I have not seen that. So I can't tell you because I'm scared of life. I'm scared of everything. So that is a show that I did not watch because I think that's scary. Which I could be wrong. Maybe I'm just making judgments based on like vibes and it's not real. And I'm making it up. I don't know. I don't know. Goodness gracious. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure. Wasn't Kim Kardashian in like the latest season of that? I know that. I think she was. I think she was. Which is kind of wild when you think about it. That's a plot twist. Ugh. Guys, I've been on here for half an hour. Time flies when you're having fun. Chatting. Chatting it up. Goodness. I miss Shadow and Bone. I miss that. I want that so bad. Hello, Matthew. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. How are you today? Right. Right. It's just so good. And for what? I'm so sad. I'm so sad about that whole situation. I just pretend it never even happened. But here's to hoping that it comes back somehow, some way. Please, please. Goodness. Hey, you may be onto something here. You may be onto something here. I will say, I did take this, and it was on a poll over on Patreon. I don't think it didn't win, but it might make it to a poll on YouTube. So, that's kind of exciting. But that's awesome. Yeah, I'm not ready for Monday either. I don't wanna work. I don't want to. I don't want to, but, such is life. Such is life. But I am happy that today has been great for you. Today was also great for me. A little hot, but fine. Fine. It was an okay day. It was a good day. Yes. I saw the petition thing sends updates about like uh if there's, I guess, talk about something, or like if any of the showrunners say anything, or like the author says anything, or anything like that, then there will be an update about it. But you know what I'm saying? Hello, 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 hello. Rebecca, Rebecca, Rebecca. Virtual hug. Virtual hug of support. I don't even like hugs. So there's that. And you just got yourself one. Cheer up, Buttercup. I'm happy you're here. I'm so happy you're here. And hopefully your day turns around a little bit. Or if it's almost bedtime for you, because I don't know where you are in the world, if it's almost bedtime for you, then I hope you wake up with a great new day. You know what I'm saying? So there's that. Aw. Yes, The Last of Us was a ride. That was a time. That was a time. Who is your favorite? If it doesn't spoil me heavily, but I think at this point we're pretty safe. But who is your favorite character from Ted Lasso? I would like to know. I would like to know. Ooh. Yes, it will. Get those fancy clothes on and get out there, Rebecca. Get out there and see that show. God. Trent Crim. Very interesting. Interesting answer. But hey, I'm not mad about it. I'm not at all. Right? That's what I'm saying. Just unacceptable behavior. Unacceptable. Especially like when you have a fandom that is so for it and like is doing things like streaming parties and stuff. That doesn't just happen for anything. So it's like, what are you doing? You are fumbling right now. So bad. So bad. Yes, this is what we like to see in this house. We like to see this in this house. Yes. Bye, Heidi. Thank you. Thanks for coming and hanging out with me for a little bit. I don't know what I'm saying, but thank you. Thank you. Roy or Higgins? Higgins. I don't think that I was expecting that, but that's a good answer. Obviously, Roy is incredible, but Higgins, that's very interesting to me. I don't know why I think that's interesting, but it is. I have never heard of this. Is this on Netflix? The Owl House. I've never heard of that. That's what I'm saying. I'm about to get fired up. That makes me so angry. It makes me so angry. I don't think I've ever like I got so emotional over that cancellation like never before. I have never been so upset in my life over something being canceled. Like, I've been, angry or whatever, like, that's stupid. This one hit me. This one hit me like a train. It was horrible. Yes, I feel like, oh, it made me, ooh, ooh, ooh. When they were doing like the to dumb or whatever, and they had like this whole promotion thing with all of these pictures of all of these shows, and they had a picture of, I was it Jasper they had a picture of? They had a picture of one of the characters on it. So everybody's like, oh my God, we're getting the renewal. And then they canceled the show. There will be hell to pay, okay, for the person who did that and made that move. I am not, mm, mm, I'm not okay. I'm not, as you can tell, I'm totally over it. Totally over it. Ooh, a little different. A little different. Hmm. Hey, you know what? You're right. I'm sorry. You're right. You're right. You're so right. It isn't fair. Ooh. Ooh, I do not know. But now I want to be on the in. I want to know. Ooh. Okay, well, I'm just dipping my toes into animation with Has Hotel. So, we'll see where that goes for me. We shall see. Exactly. I was like, "How dare you? Why don't you just sit down there, Netflix? Excuse me? You had the audacity to use my sweet little baby's face on your poster and then canceled the show? Like, that's rude. That's so rude. Oh, oh, I'm never going to be over it. I don't think I'm ever going to be over it. It makes me so angry. So angry. Like, how dare you? Where do you get off on doing that at all? Like, I get you made the show, whatever. But like when you have everybody sitting there waiting, they're waiting for a renewal announcement. Like, who do you think you are? Who do you think you are? Not okay. Not okay. Calm down. I need to calm down. I need to calm down. It's getting too hot over here. Bring it back down. Bring it back down. I'm so not over it. Do you know what I saw the other day? So Jack, who plays Wylan in Shadow and Bone, is on in a show. I think it's a musical. I think called Next to Normal. Never seen it. I don't know what it's about. Anyway, he's in that. And the other day, he posted a picture with Joe Locke, who plays Charlie from Heartstopper, and it was like worlds colliding in the best way possible. I loved it. I was living. I was like, I'm saving this for all of eternity because this is beautiful. This is beautiful. Yes, this. This right here. This. That's crazy. That is crazy. And I don't get it because, like, with Shadow and Bone and stuff like that, I feel like if they gave it any kind of, like, they did, like, no promo for it at all. And so all of the numbers and stuff it was getting from the people who loved it so much was from, like, no promo. So it's like, imagine if you did, like, half of the promo that you did for, like, Stranger Things. Obviously, I love Stranger Things, right? I'm wearing this shirt. But, like, imagine, like, it probably would have done so much better than it already did. So it's like, you messed up. Don't punish us for your mistakes, you know? And then the other thing is like then you have other shows. I feel like it's something to do with the showrunner being a part of like, you know, the strike situation that was going on. I think that there's a whole other thing happening there because like they did the signature thing that has brought back other shows. And this one has gotten so much more views or signatures, whatever. But you know, that means nothing. That means nothing. Yeah, I don't know it at all, but people seem to love it. They're eating it up. They're eating it up. Exactly. Exactly. And I really think that if they did a little bit of promotion, it would have piqued the interest of like fantasy people, but they didn't. Like the only promo it got was like, "Hey, this is coming out." Excuse me? Like, oh, I don't know the tea on this. I don't know the tea on that. I don't know if that's good or bad. It's giving bad. I don't know. Yeah. Yes, I have heard this too. Oh, yes. Because I see things because Jack plays the son in Next to Normal. And I've seen things where like I don't know, like I don't know if they're TikToks or like little reels or whatever about like, oh, when your something brother can't stay out of the spotlight or like takes the spotlight from you or whatever, and it's like a song between him and whoever plays the sister. Exactly. This is the thing. So this is what ticks me off. Because there are so many things that like have just been canceled after the first season. So people don't want to get invested into something that's going to be out for 2 seasons, really, really love it. And I think it's also ruining shows because each season a show is having to kind of like wrap it up where it's like, oh, if this is the end, you're satisfied, but also then leave it open enough for if it gets picked up for another season to where you have the story for another season. So it's like a lose-lose situation because you get a little bit of wrapped up, but there's also so much still that you can explore that the people who are into the show want to explore. Tea time. I'm so here for tea time. I'm sat with my tea. Here's my tea. 911 received next to no promo. And people were mad. Oh, 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 oh. I love that for you, for the 911 audience. Oh, see, that's what we're looking for. That is what we're looking for. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Like I've watched like up to where did I watch in Grey's Anatomy? I don't know. Whatever I say is going to be a major spoiler, so I'm just not. But I watched like 10 seasons of that show or something like that, and I was like, okay, I get it. We get it. It's fun. It's a good time. But what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? Yes, me too. Oh my God. When I tell you, was it season 3? I think it was season 3. It's honestly a shame that I didn't have my channel when I was watching season 3 because the way that I cried hearing Adam's note, can we talk about that for a minute? The way I sobbed like a little baby. That would have made gold for a reaction. That would have been gold. Oh my God, people would pay big money to see that. That was a ride. Exactly. Exactly. And then because they don't want to watch it until it's finished, then it's not doing the numbers that Netflix thinks that it should do. And then it gets canceled. So then it's like, yeah, I'm happy I didn't start to watch it and get invested because what the hell was that? You know, what the hell was that? God. Ooh. Ooh. Well, that's not good. That's not good. That is tea. Oh my god. That was a whole ride. That was a whole ride. I'm so sorry. Excuse me? What? What are you saying here? What does this mean, Matthew? What? That's crazy. Right. This is the other thing. So I put Lockwood and Co. on a poll too, and a lot of people came to me and they were like, "Just so you know, this is canceled." And I'm like, "Oh, okay. So what now?" Like, I feel like it's not fair to be like, "Oh yeah, just don't watch it because it's canceled." But it's like, what was the point? What was the point? I just don't understand. What's the point of making all of these shows and then canceling them after season 1? What is the and then Shadow and Bones case season 2? I'm so happy we're talking about this. Yes. 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 Shruti is amazing all the time. I've seen a couple seasons of Doctor Who with my best friend. I have not seen him as the Doctor other than like the trailers that came out and things like that, but he looks like he's killing it. So, I'm happy for him on that. Well, that's not good. What happens if Apple TV disappears? Then all of the Apple TV exclusives just are gone? Poof? That's wild. That's wild. You make a good point. You make a good point. Well, that's like with Scam. Like, that's how I watched Scam. Somebody had to send me a link. It sounds so sketchy. So I have a link to this drive, Google Drive, that has all of the episodes that I download because there's not like a streaming service that has it or anywhere for me to watch it. Like even to like pay, I don't think it's even something I can pay to watch on like Amazon. But wild. All in all, just a wild situation. Netflix pisses me off so bad. Netflix really does. They know how to grind my gears. Because then we have things like, I don't know. I'm not going to call any show out, but it's like when you put the two together, like, how is this getting like 85 seasons and this is getting canceled when it's cinematography? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Mm, okay. Hey, if things want to merge and we keep everything together, you know what that means for me? Less subscriptions that I have to buy. So that could work as long as we keep the same stuff, you know? Okay. That's what I'm saying. I feel like the fantasy and sci-fi stuff with Netflix is just not cared about at all. At all. And that makes me so upset. Yeah. Interesting. I feel like I know what The Boys is. Isn't The Boys Amazon Prime? Is it I don't know. There we go. Yes, exactly. Exactly. When there's no promotion happening anywhere for a show, like what do you expect? Other than the people whose like algorithm it falls into. Be so for real. Be so for real. Mm. That's interesting because I feel like HBO isn't like that. but maybe they've just, like, caught the heat and stopped? I don't know. That's interesting. Ooh, I don't know about Disney's Vault nonsense, but that sounds like nonsense. God. Yeah, okay. It's all good here. It is all good here. Interesting, interesting, interesting. I think I've seen a clip of something from The Boys that did actually make me feel like I was gonna throw up. I'm not gonna lie. But I have heard nothing but great things. Mm, yeah, yeah. That's horrible. People suck. How about that? They suck. Don't even get me started on, like, media that's not from the US. It's just so much better. It really is. Their storytelling is just so much better in all senses. Like books, so much better. I love a translated work. Oh my god. That's fair. That's fair. Mm. Oh, that's kind of weird. That's very weird. Hmm. No, but this has me horrified. This has me horrified about what you're talking about. No, it wasn't. It was milk related. I don't know if you need much more than that. I think you might know. No, I did not. I don't know what that is. Oh my God. Oh, oh, that's stupid. I don't like that at all. No, no. Mm. Yes, yes. They're so much better. I try to say it all the time. Like, I think I struggle a lot with finding like fantasy or sci-fi from other countries. And maybe that's just me being like bad at looking for that. Things that are translated that I can read, right? But their literary fiction from all over the world is so much better than the stuff here. Like, I'm sorry. Obviously, that's not universal. There's a couple like great ones that I've read and stuff like that from here, but I feel like I do not get mediocre translated. Whereas it's like hard, there's a diamond in the rough, right? So, like, there's going to be good books. There's going to be books that I love that are from the US. Of course, there is. But I feel like I get a lot of like, that was good. I'll probably forget about it, or like I just won't want to read it again or whatever. Whereas I feel like with translated stuff, I either really don't like it, it's just not my thing, which doesn't happen very often because I'm pretty good at like knowing what I like. But then most of the time it's just so much better. It's just so much better than anything here. Oh, yeah. Yeah, BRB while I go be sick, Matthew. Oh my god. I don't I don't know, man. I don't know. I do not know. It was a lot. I've heard about this. I've heard about this. And I think this is a Netflix show, right? Now? Didn't they just make that is it Netflix? I think it is. And I think is it a series, trilogy, perhaps? But I don't know. Thank you, the angry Sparky. Thank you very much. And I'm so happy that you were liking watching Ted Lasso with me. That's so nice of you to say. This is so nice of you to say. I wish I knew you all in person. It would be such a good time, you know? I care a lot about a lot. So, this is true. This is so true. You make a really good point. A really good point. And this is why I struggle a lot too, because I have always been a really big reader. Like, I have always been a really big reader. And with TikTok and stuff blowing stuff up now, which is great because it's helping like Barnes and Noble and stuff, or like independent bookstores and things like that stay open and not get taken over by Amazon and stuff, right? It's also just promoting like, am I gonna am I gonna talk crap right now? Maybe, but like I feel like it's like, oh, enemies to lovers, but they aren't. Like, that's not what enemies to lovers is, people. Like, I love enemies to lovers when it's done properly. But when they're enemies for 3 chapters and then they're like falling in love with each other, or they're enemies that just actually love each other and that's why they're mad, like, be so for real. And it's like, at least do the trope well. What more can we ask for? But I think you are onto something there. It's very different. And the storytelling is just so, so much better. I love the honesty. Oh my God. Oh, very interesting. I have heard great things about the 3 body problem, though. I really have, from like everybody who's read it. So that does have me intrigued. Interesting. Yeah. Ooh. Are you trying to tell me? Are you saying we're talking about the 3 body problem here, right? Are you telling me they have said yes to 3 seasons of this show when only the first one is out? Hmm. This is interesting. I'm pretty I'm going back to this. I'm pretty good most of the time with stuff. I don't like I've talked about before, I'm not a fan of like scary stuff. I am okay with like stuff that makes me uncomfy. But there's also certain things that just like hit you, in a weird way. And the milk thing was one of them for me. I was like, I don't know that I can actually watch this. My best friend showed that to me. I was so unsure. And I was like, I don't know. I don't know about this. I don't know. God. Mm, exactly. Exactly. I think like just with everything. And the other thing that's driving me up a wall with Netflix is now we're on this freaking like, oh my God, it's about to get heated again. I calmed down to get back up here. Okay. Nothing is pissing me off more than this sudden need of everything and its mother is now being released in 2 parts. What we're going back to like once a week things. Like, what is this? You release the first 4 episodes and then a month later that why are we taking away what the streaming platform is? It was just everything comes out and it's bingeable and it's fun. You know what I'm saying? I hate it. I think I saw so obviously Stranger Things did that with the last season that it did. And then um What am I thinking of? Bridgerton, right? I saw, I think Outer Banks, the next season of Outer Banks, it's now been confirmed that it's going to be split in two. And I think that there was another one that I saw that's like, oh yeah, it's going to be split in two. Why are we doing that? Why are we doing that? Get out of here. You know what I'm saying? I don't want that. Why are we going backwards? Have fun. Have fun. Thank you for being here. Smiles in Young Royals. Young Royals is a masterpiece, okay? Okay? So there's that. Mm. See, I'm happy about Heartstopper. I'm happy about that. And I am happy for the three body problem. I'm happy for those peeps. I'm happy for those peeps. I am. I am. 1899. Ooh. I don't think I've heard of that. Hmm. 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 Oh my God, I hate it. I hate it. If we're talking about the splitting in half thing, I hate it. Is it? Has that been confirmed? That it's a Benedict thing for season 4? Is this confirmed? Hmm. Hmm. Oh. Maybe I'll have to look into it if it's like worth a watch, even if it was canceled. I don't know. Very interesting. Okay, because I had seen things that were saying that it was Benedict, but then I was seeing things too saying it was Eloise. Like I saw two different things saying it's confirmed, it's Benedict, and then I saw something else that was like it's confirmed it's Eloise, and I was like, hold the phone. There's no way that can happen. So, but I believe you because I did see Benedict first. So I feel like I believe that more than I believe um anything else. uh, yeah, I saw that too. I saw a lot of people up in arms about this, but I'm pretty sure that's the length of time that it's been for every other season. I think people just haven't seen it written out as 2 years, so then they all just got pissed. Yes. Okay. Okay. I'm so happy you said this because I still have 2 episodes left to watch in that. I mean, I know the premise. I know what's gonna, happen and stuff like that. But um I read the book. That's how I know. So I mean, unless they change stuff. Anyway, slow down. I was like, so Francesca's not getting a season then? Like centered around her if we're like dealing with all of this? Is she just going to be something that's continued in the background of everybody else's season? Because that seems a little bit rude. Oh my God, that's so stupid. That's so stupid. I don't think I've heard of Dark. I don't think I have. Maybe I'll have to look into that. Mm. People love Dark. Yeah, I'm not mad about that. I'm just like, can't we pick? Can't we pick one? Can't we do like releasing an episode a week or releasing it all at once? Why are we splitting it in half? Because for me, it's a scheduling nightmare. Okay? Like it's so much easier to be like, okay, on this day I'll watch this show because it comes out on this day. but it's like it comes out a month later. So then I'm going to get wrapped up in other shows for like reaction purposes. So like, you know what I'm saying? Just pick one. Either all at once or once a week. I'd be a happy person. Exactly. Exactly. No, I get that he's not the main story. I know of this, but like in the next season, if it's Benedict, are we just not going to like her story is going to continue, right? As we see everybody else, because I feel like I was a little bit I'm having a great time watching Bridgerton. A little disappointed about I don't know. I feel like they really took a lot away from Colin and Penelope. I feel like it was about them, but like it was also about everybody else. It felt like so it's a whole thing that's happening in here. Cuz I feel like they're just going to continue her story as well through the next seasons, and then it's going to be like she doesn't get a season, you know? No, that's fine. That's fine. I read the books, so I know what's happening there. But oh my god, that's so cool. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. I'm happy I'm watching Ted Lasso. I also am happy. Is it? That's interesting. Yes. Yes. I am with you here. I don't mind a good like once a week release. I don't mind it. I just hate the like oh god. Either have I hate the idea of a split season. I hate it. Like it was fun for Stranger Things because so much was happening and it gave us as an audience like time to really process what we thought was going to happen. So in that season it's fine. But like why did we need that for Bridgerton? We didn't. I'm sorry. We didn't need that. We didn't need that hype. We didn't. It did nothing. This is cool too. This is cool. Thank you. That's what I'm saying. It's just ridiculous. Like with the 20 plus episodes, they would do like mid-season finales and stuff, and that was cool. But yes, this is what we need. We need this. Yes, that's kind of how I feel too. Like I'm having a good time because I like this show and I like it, but I feel like we've lost the plot. Like I feel like we're trying to put way too much into a season to try to keep it entertaining for the audience instead of letting the characters carry it in a way. Because I feel like we have big scenes with Colin and Penelope from the book and stuff like that. But it's like they're like, oh, we're gonna give you these big important scenes from the book to try to distract you from the fact that like it's not really about them. Like what? What? Like, how are we cutting things from Colin and Penelope's storyline when it's supposed to be their season? And it wouldn't be that big of a deal if they didn't make it such a big deal that each season was going to be a different story. But they did that. Now they're ruining it. Oh. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Oh, I want to go to California so bad. So bad. That's so cool. Thank you. Thank you for your service. this is the content I'm here for. That's what I want. There's nothing I love more than when I'm going into a new show and I'm like, the episodes are half an hour. I'm like, this is beautiful. This is beautiful for me. But I agree. I agree. I felt like there was so much going on that took away from it. And I agree, she did. She's incredible. And that's what made me sad because it was like supposed to be this whole thing. Like, especially because I think a lot of the people and a lot of like the readers who are going to the show and stuff like that, I see a lot of people really connect with Penelope as a character. So for them to have done that like this season especially felt so weird. It felt so weird to me. Mm, mm, mm. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that the showrunner changed. But then I feel like they should say that. I feel like they should say that. Because we're out here with expectations of like we want Penelope and Colin, and we're getting Benedict fooling around with some people, you know? Like, which is fine. I love Benedict, but I'm just like, what are we doing right now? What are we doing? Exactly. Exactly. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. That's fair. I don't even mind like an hour episode. So that's the other thing though, is that like I don't want 20 episodes that are an hour each. That's too much. If it's going to be 20 episodes, it's got to be like half an hour. Got to be half an hour. Boy, oh boy, do I have great news for you. I have great news for you. Something, and I'm not going to say what exactly, but something may or may not have swept a poll on Patreon. So something may or may not be coming very soon. And you may be happy. South Carolina, what a vibe. What a vibe. So cool. Ooh. Of course you can. Of course you can. Surprisingly enough, um I'm not far ahead on Ted Lasso at all. I think what is on YouTube? Just 2.8 went up today. 2.9 went up on Patreon yesterday. So I need to film a little bit because I've only seen 2.9. I've seen the beard episode, but that's all I've seen. So I need to try to get ahead on that. I was pretty sick the last couple days, so I slowed down on like filming. That's why I say I shouldn't really be here. I should be filming stuff because now I'm gonna have to be like filming as I go, which is fine until I can get ahead. When I get off of here, I'm ahead by 2 episodes on Scam, but when I get off of here, I'm going to watch 210. I'm going to try to finish the season. So hopefully once I'm done here before I go to bed, I need to edit a Scam for Patreon. I need to do that. I think maybe Young Royals episode 4 with my sister maybe will go up on YouTube tomorrow. Maybe we'll see. I'm going to try to get I don't have the finale of Scam season 3 edited yet for YouTube. That should also be going tomorrow, but that might go up the next day. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. But that's what's happening. Also, yes, I'm here for Rebecca and Sam. I was like, I'm happy we're talking about this because I did put it in a reply to a comment before about the TED thing because I was like, that's not on my bingo card. And I didn't want that to happen, so I'm happy it didn't. But I trust like the show Ted Lasso so much that if that's what they were going to feed me, if that's what they were giving me, I was going to be so here for it. I'm gonna go along with whatever they decide to give me, but I'm so happy we didn't go with that. I'm so happy. I was like, I'm grateful for this red herring right now. But ooh, guess what? I haven't seen Game of Thrones. I think I watched the first episode a long time ago because I don't remember it at all, except for the fact that I was very confused. And I think it scared me. It scared me. You may be getting Dairy Girls. You may or may not be. You are. I'll just say you are. Yeah, I agree. I agree. That would be so nice. That would be so nice. So nice. Ooh, I'm worried. Is 210 good? Am I gonna cry? Or is it gonna be like excitement? You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling a lot better. A lot better. It was so bad, guys. It was so bad. I was like, I can't do anything other than edit. So I'm so happy I had stuff. Oh, the beard episode. The beard episode is quite divided, no? Because I'm not gonna lie. I think there were 2 comments on Patreon when I last was over there on that. And both people were like, I'm happy you liked it, but it's not really for me. So this is interesting that you love that episode because I haven't seen that over on Patreon. Everybody's just been like, it's good, but you can take it out of the show and it's fine. So that's interesting. I had a good time. I don't know that it would be one that I would like necessarily have to rewatch like on a rewatch through, but I would watch it again. It was a good time. Exactly. Exactly. I was like, if this is where we're going, I'm down. But I don't think I want it. So I'm happy it was Sam. I'm very happy it's Sam. Yes, exactly. Exactly. I was like, I know who like one person is. I'm following who one person is, and I'm lost. I'm severely lost. But luckily, I don't know. My mom watched it not that long ago. She was like living her best life, watching Game of Thrones every single day. So I was like, I'm loving this for you. And then she tries to talk to me about it. And I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, I will listen, but none of this means anything to me. Because she'd want to, like, she thought I saw it. So she was trying to, like, talk to me about stuff. And I was like, I don't have any input because I don't know who these people are. Yeah. Oh my God. Totally. I'll be back. I'll have to do another live stream just to chat about Ted Lasso as a whole once I'm all done. Once I'm all done. Yeah, exactly. I was like, I've like a season and a half. I'm very trusting. You guys got this for me. Don't let me down because I know you're going to take me along on a good ride. It's so weird because I don't have that with shows a lot. Like I feel like I'm always on the defense with a lot of shows where I'm like, I don't know about this. But there's something about Ted Lasso where I'm just like, you got this. Give me a good time. You got this. Never have to worry. Never have to worry. Yes. Yes, yes. That's okay, this is what I said because in the end of episode 8, when Beard is like walking away and he's like, I'm not riding on the bus with you guys. I'm going on my own way, right? And he breaks into his whole like High School Musical 2 moment. I was like, there's something happening. I don't know what is happening, but that's not normal behavior. Like, we had a bad loss, but I'm scared. Is Beard running away? Like, that's what it felt like to me. So when we got into episode 9 and it started off with how episode 8 ended, I was like, I need to buckle the fuck up because something's about to happen. And boy, oh boy, did something happen. We went on a ride, a whole journey with Beard, but I liked it. It was fun. It was a fun time. Ooh, ah, love Rebecca. I love Rebecca. It's so weird because I'm like imagining how I would feel watching Sex Education if I had watched Ted Lasso first, because she plays one of Jackson's moms in Sex Education. So I'm like, when I went into Ted Lasso, I was like, oh, she's from Sex Education, but she's not really a big character in that show at all. So I'm like, it would probably be so interesting if it was the other way around. And I was like, Rebecca, what are you doing here? But yeah, I don't know. That's interesting. Very interesting. Hmm. Mm. Oh god. Oh god. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I shouldn't. Everybody surprisingly in everything that I've watched has been so respectful of not spoiling me, which is so appreciated, but also so unexpected. I expected there to be spoilers everywhere, and I don't think, like, knock on wood, I don't think I've been spoiled for anything ever yet, which is crazy to think. Hmm. Weird. 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 Very weird indeed. And also, something else to say really quick. One of my patrons, so for Scam, one of my patrons would like, I don't know, knew that, like, I wouldn't check my comments until, like, later on in the day. So she would go on and she would be like, "Just wanna give you a heads up, somebody put this spoiler in there. I asked them to take it down." So, like, I would have my sister go in and, like, hide the comment if it had a spoiler that I didn't wanna see, because I do like to chat and stuff in there. So that's wild. But then also, it went even further where you guys would like gaslight me in the best way because you were agreeing with me. But like in Scam season 1, when I was hating on Jonas with my entire chest, you all were like, "Yeah, he sucks." Even though you all love him, and I love him now too, but like that was so funny. Now looking back on it, there was like a couple people in there will be like, "Oh yeah, I like Jonas. He's good." But most of you guys were like, "Yeah, Jonas is the worst." Meanwhile, we all love him. And I'm like, I think that's so funny. You guys were really with me on that journey. Really, really with me. That'll be a good time. It will. I'll have to have like a whole like this date, this time, be there. Be there. Mm. This is true. This happened with Young Royals too, I believe. If anybody's here who knows better than me about that, Young Royals has my heart always and forever. I'm still not over it. But I think that's the same thing. There were 3 seasons for that, but like that was so good because there were things in season 1 that like tied together throughout the other 2 seasons where it was like there's a story being told here. And I love that. And I think that's what happened. I think Stranger Things from the very beginning, they had said that they wanted 5 seasons. Like they had 5 seasons planned. So I'm happy that they're like sticking to their 5 seasons and not milking it. So that makes me excited for that season. But it's her birthday today. Happy birthday to her. That's awesome. Yes, past midnight. Huh. Very nice. Oh, it was her birthday today. Why am I so slow? Okay, I'm, like, lagging. I'm like, "Oh god." I'm reading it properly now, though. It's past midnight for you now, but it was her birthday. That's sick. That's sick. Ooh, I think I've heard that. That rings a bell to me, actually. That rings a bell. That's so nice. That's so nice. Like, I've seen some people, um will say, like, something and comment back, like, they'll change it, so, like, I don't see it, but, like, I'll see, like, the comment where it's like, "Oh, this is a spoiler," or whatever, and they're, "Oh, deleted it," or, like, rewrote it or something like that, which I think is just so nice, like, it's so considerate, which I love. Yes. That's a good point. That's a good point. Because I do think that there's a lot of things that, like with Young Royals too, Young Royals had a lot of, like, twists, but it's just so nice because they won't hit the same, obviously. If you're like, "Oh, like, look out for this," then you're like, "Okay, well, something's gonna happen." So it's not necessarily like, which that happens sometimes where people will be like, "Oh, like, there's something big is gonna happen in this episode," or whatever, or, like, whatever, which, that doesn't bother me. But I could see, like, how that could affect it, which is why Scam was interesting, because I've gotten a lot of, like, "This is my favorite episode," or, like, "Something great happens here," or "Something sad happens here," or whatever. I've gotten a lot of those, and those I don't mind. But Scam was a whole 'nother thing where people were just, like, fully in it with me, like, they didn't know that they were gonna end up loving this, like, that they love this character, but they were totally shitting on him with me, which is so funny. That's gets me every time I think about it. Yes. Yes, she is a saint. I'm like, "Hey, you need to look," like, my, patron will be like, "It's this at," so I'll tell my sister, I'm like, "Look for this name and read that, and if it's a spoiler, like, there should be a comment that says it's a spoiler, just hit these buttons and delete that for me so I don't see it." But oh, that's sweet. That's sweet. It's so funny because I caught did I say in my reaction? I think I did, or I thought about it with, when he was signing the divorce papers. I was like, I clocked that he was left-handed. I it completely went out the window during the dart scene. It didn't even process to me that he was using his right hand until he was like, "Oh, I forgot I'm left-handed." That's the most badass scene I think I've ever seen in my life, ever. I'm trying to get my sister to watch Ted Lasso with me. I'm like, "Boy, do I have a show for you. You would love this shit." No, it was my fault. It was my fault. When I went back and read your comment, it made so much sense. It was all me. Yeah. Yeah. See, like, I could eh, that to me, I'll take that over, like, a blatant spoiler, but, like, it does kind of spoil a little bit, right? In a way, because you're like, "Oh my god, something's coming." That did happen with, episode 8 of Ted Lasso. People were like there were a couple people, I think, that were like, "Oh, get your tissues ready for episode 8, like, you're gonna be crying," and things like that. There were a couple of those. Spoiler alert, I cried. I did. I cried. But then I'm like, it is a different experience, though, because when you know that, then I'm like, "What am I gonna cry at?" So then I'm kind of, like, thinking about that a little bit. Oh, that's very cute. I love that. I love that. Yeah, exactly. I was like, "Oh, interesting, left-handed." But then I didn't notice that he was using his right hand until he was like, "Oh, I'm left-handed." And then I was like, "Genius." Because at first I thought that he was, like, purposely messing up and, like, missing to fool him. But then when he did that, I was like, "It's all coming together. It makes sense. It does. It's making sense." Oh my goodness. Guys, I think I've overstayed my welcome. I think it's time for me to leave. What do we think? I don't know. I don't know. It's 8:20 PM here. I have work at 10 AM. I have something I need to edit for Patreon and upload, and I should watch some Ted Lasso while I'm here. Can I tell you something that was horrifying quick before I leave? I know, I kinda don't wanna go. I kind of don't want to, but I'm like, the more I don't go, the further back it pushes me. Oh my word. Oh my word. Wow. Oh, God. I'm gonna cry on live right now. Guys, I'm starting to love Jamie, I think. I think I am. I think I'm in love with Jamie. God. Oh my God, please. In the Ted Lasso live. We'll start with that. We'll start with that. I guess that's fair. Yeah, you all are like, get out of here. Get out and work, bitch. You got shit to do. Oh, oh my God, you guys are wild. You guys are wild. Maybe why am I complaining about 8:30 when you guys are at like, well, 8:20 while you guys are at 2:20? God. I'm counting on you, Cassidy. I'm counting on you to be there. Be there or be square. Jamie is growing on me a lot. I love Roy. I don't know that Jamie will top Roy because there's just something there. If there's one thing that's going to get me every single time, it's a grumpy man who's actually a teddy bear. That it slaps every time. It really does. But Jamie's getting up there, man. I don't know. I'm loving Jamie. Oh, yes. Yes. Pretty soon, hopefully, there will be a 3K stream. I don't know. Maybe I won't. Maybe that's too much. Maybe I'll wait until that's bold. If I hit 5K, then maybe I'll do one. But you know what I'm saying. Oh, yeah. My problem is I'm also like a night owl. Like I would rather stay up, but I work and then I also work at a barn. So like I have to be there in the morning. So it just is a bad mix altogether because then I'll oversleep and it's a whole problem. You're a musician? That's sick. That's so cool. Good point. Good point. Cat? Sorry, cat. I'll try to remember that. I will say I probably won't. So don't get mad at me. Please, just remind me next time. Be like, "Hey, it's cat here," and then I'll have it. I'll have it, and I'll be like, "Cat. You're a cat." That's fine. Why cat? Unless that's too personal. We don't need to go there. We don't need to go there, actually. Yes, Roy is so great. Roy is so great. Yeah. Quickly, I wanna tell you something horrible that happened to me last night. You probably don't care, but I'm gonna tell you anyway. So I'm house sitting, right? And this is the room that they have set up for me to, like, stay in, and everything's good, okay? I was trying to get in bed the other night last night. I was trying to get in bed last night. Can you guess what's coming? A spider on the pillow. I'm so sorry. Immediately, no. So I'm like, what do I do in this situation? Because, like, I don't want to kill it on the pillow, right? But he was a runner. So I'm like, how am I gonna do this? So then I tried to like get him and I didn't get him. He went into like this little like pocket in the pillow and I couldn't get him. I couldn't get him, guys. I couldn't get him. So then I'm like, well, simply I can't burn this place down. I can't. So then I'm like throwing things around. That's why the bed looks like that, a mess, because I was out of here. And I slept downstairs on the couch. And I'm sleeping downstairs on the couch for the next 2 nights. Next 2 nights, because there's no way my ass is getting in that bed. No way. No way. Yes, exactly. Horrible. No. Yeah, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. Mm. Yeah, it was in the bed. Foul. Foul. No, thank you. Not at all. Oh, oh, love that. Cat. You are cat. I'll probably remember now. Now that I have a little story, I'll remember maybe. Oh, that's the coolest thing I've ever heard in my life. That's so cool. Yes. So I can thank you. Thank you. I was just like, there's no way I'm getting back in that bed. Like, even if, and it's even worse because I'm like, I know he's around here somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So I just can't. It could not be me ever, ever getting back in that bed after I've seen that. No way. So I'm like, down on the couch, this girl goes. I would rather hurt my neck than sleep in a bed where I saw a spider on that pillow. No, it's not happening ever. Ever, ever, ever. Not even a little bit. Immediately, no. Immediately, no. There's no talking sense into that. And then I feel like I'm being followed by them, like everywhere. Cause then I'm like seeing spiders everywhere and it's a whole thing. And I'm like, where are they coming from? I house sit here all the time. Never seen a spider. Not once. And now all of a sudden they're all here. It's horrible. So I'm okay existing in this room knowing there's a spider in here, but there's no way I'm laying down and going to sleep where I'm unconscious and there's a spider like crawling on my face. I will literally, I'm terrified of spiders, cannot do it, and there's no way that's happening. I know. I just don't want to go. I'm procrastinating. But alas, I should get out. Should get out of here. I've got stuff to do. I should probably make dinner. It's 8:30, so I shouldn't be eating right now, but I haven't eaten since uh I'm sorry. I just read this. That's so funny. That is so funny. No. No. Matthew. That's so wow. 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 Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you don't wanna know. I haven't eaten since, like, 12, and it's 8:30. I should eat something, but I should also film, and I have to edit, and I'm tired. I need a nap. God. This happens all the time. I always end up eating so late, and I'm like, "That's so bad." It's so bad. Or or what happens to me because I'm at the barn all the time, my times get weird. So, like, I'll have lunch really late, at, like, 2. So then I'm like, "Okay, well, surely I don't need dinner because, like, there's that." But then, like, 9 and 10 will come around and I'm starving. And I'm like, "This is a problem. This is a problem." You are the problem. You are. You are. I can't even believe that. Silent treatment. Get out of here. Eat while I film. That's bold. Do you know how many comments I would get of people probably pissed? People would hate that. A little, what is it? Mukbang? Is that what they're called? ASMR? Disgusting. Disgusting. Okay. I have been on here for an hour and 45 minutes. That is crazy. But I had so much fun. So much fun on this live. You guys were just what I needed. Just what I needed. So, ooh, Well, that's good. That's good. I know, I should be fine. I'm just, like, mentally, I'm like, "I shouldn't eat this late." But I guess if I'm maybe I beat the system. If I'm up too late for a lot longer than I should be, but I eat now, then it's kind of like I'm eating at 5 or 6. I'm doing something up here. Something's making sense here. That's so nice. Yeah. I'll just sick you guys on them. Be like, "They told me to do it. They told me to eat while I was watching Ted Lasso." People would hate that. You know they would hate that. I know they would hate that. I've thought about you know what I've That's so rude. It's gonna keep going. Alright, I do need to leave. I'm just gonna keep talking, and I need to stop. I have so much to say all of a sudden that doesn't need to be said. So, I w I will leave that. This is true. This is true. Bye. Okay, I'm leaving. Actually, for real this time, I am going. Yeah, that's ridiculously difficult. Oh my god. I do that sometimes, like, there will be times I'm sure you guys notice, there will be times where it's, like, silent all of a sudden, it's because my dog will freak out and start barking, and I'm quiet during that time, so I'm like, "I'll just take the sound out." Just take the sound out of that little thing. What is this? This is you guys are clowning me. Get out of here. Thank you. You too, cat. Have a good time. Have a good time. Goodbye. Goodbye. Ooh, a wave. I get it. You're funny, Matthew. You're silly. Okay. Goodbye. 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 See you next time. See ya. See ya. See ya. Oh